Dear friends, before we dive into this cinematic masterpiece, please do the needful. Subscribe to this channel and likes video. Now, let's talk about The Last Bath. Intriguing title, isn't it? It conjures up images of some morbid death scene, doesn't it? But hold your horses, folks. This isn't your typical slasher flick or tear-jerking melodrama. It's something far more profound, far more perplexing. Picture this, a remote village in Portugal, so remote that electricity is a mere rumor, cell phone signals are as mythical as unicorns, and human interaction is a rare and precious commodity. This, my friends, is a place where development has taken a detour, perhaps to a more exciting and less primitive destination. In this god-forsaken village, we encounter the pious and virtuous Josefina, a woman of unwavering faith who decides to dedicate her life to the Almighty. She's all set to become a nun, which means bidding adieu to the frivolous pleasures of life. No more shopping sprees, no more juicy gossip sessions, just a life of prayer and contemplation. What a thrilling prospect! Oh, the serenity on her face. It's almost as if she's found inner peace by locking herself away from the world's troubles and the baggage of her past. Out of sight, out of mind, right? And let's not forget the stability that comes with a life of prayer and service. Every day is the same, a monotonous cycle of rituals and routines. How utterly exhilarating! It's like an early retirement, but with a religious twist. But wait, the story doesn't end there. Oh no, we're just getting started. A twist of fate throws a wrench into Josefina's tranquil existence. Her father kicks the bucket, leaving her no choice but to return to her childhood village. Cue the dramatic music. Suddenly, her carefully constructed piece shatters into a million pieces. She's forced to confront the very things she sought to escape, the pain of loss, the unresolved emotions, the memories that haunt her like a persistent ghost. It's a classic case of, you can run, but you can't hide. The village itself is a character in this drama, a silent witness to Josefina's past. The rustling of wine through the barren fields, the bleating of sheep, these are the sounds that pierce the silence, reminding her of the life she left behind. It's like a time capsule, preserving the memories that time couldn't erase. And then there's Alexander, a 15-year-old delinquent with a heart of gold, or so we are led to believe. Abandoned by his mother, he's a lost soul, yearning for love and acceptance. He's the rebellious counterpart to Josefina's serene demeanor, a whirlwind of emotions trapped in a troubled teenager's body. Of course, their paths cross, because what's a story without a clash of personalities? Josefina, the epitome of tranquility, and Alexander, the embodiment of chaos. It's a recipe for disaster, or at least a good dose of dramatic tension. Alexander is thrust into Josefina's care, adding another layer of complexity to her already complicated life. She's trying to escape the world, and he's dragging her right back into it. It's like a tug-of-war between divine duty and earthly responsibility. The walls of the old house become a battleground for their conflicting ideologies. Josefina tries to instill discipline, dragging him to prayers, assigning him chores, and desperately trying to teach him about responsibility. Alexander, naturally, resists her attempts at domestication, finding her rules and regulations as appealing as a root canal. He tests her patience, pushing her buttons, and generally being a thorn in her side. It's a classic case of teenage rebellion, amplified by a dash of emotional baggage. And let's not forget his extracurricular activities, chasing skirts and causing general mayhem, much to Josefina's chagrin. But as the days turn into weeks, their relationship undergoes a subtle transformation. It's a slow burn, a gradual shift in dynamics. Josefina sees a reflection of her younger self in Alexander's eyes, the loneliness, the yearning, the sense of displacement. And Alexander, despite his outward defiance, finds himself drawn to Josefina's quiet strength, her unwavering faith. There's an undeniable pull between them, a connection that transcends their differences. Josefina, too, feels a growing affection for the troubled teenager, a maternal instinct to protect and nurture him. It's a classic case of opposites attract, or perhaps something more profound. Their bond deepens over shared meals, joint gardening ventures, and casual conversations. It's the simple things that bring them closer, the everyday moments that weave their lives together. Alexander's youthful exuberance chips away at Josefina's composure, forcing her to confront her own beliefs and desires. He challenges her notions of faith, questioning the very foundations of a spiritual life. But their relationship is not without its complexities. Is it a familial bond, a mentorship, or something more? The ambiguity lingers, creating a constant undercurrent of tension. The film delves into the intricacies of human relationships, exploring themes of faith, sacrifice, and the enduring power of connection. Josefina's faith is tested, her devotion to God challenged by her growing attachment to Alexander. And then, the climax. A church festival, a heated debate, a moment of reckoning. The tension reaches its peak, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats. And finally, the resolution, a tearful farewell, a poignant reminder of the choices we make and the paths we choose.